Hello everyone, welcome back to the online class of English literature. I Rakesh, your English teacher. Hope you all are well, taking care of yourselves, right? Good. So in our previous video we discussed about the poem that is The Invention of Shoes, written by N.Tagore. As I said you, everyone known to that famous person who wrote the national anthem, that what we are singing in our morning assembly. Okay. So in our previous video we discussed half of this poem. As we discussed half of the poem, and poet conveys in a simple language what the inability of the most people to use their common sense to solve a problem. What happened? They are in a high post, but they did not used their common sense to solve like these problems. Okay. So we discussed here the main characters are, one is your Hobu and second one is your Gobu. So Hobu is the name of the king and Gobu is the name of the minister, and they played the key role in this poem. So the king is worried about the soil. So for that reason, that here that poem started. Okay. So the king says, I am worried about the soil whenever I am coming outside. So that means the dust that means the dust coming to my feet, and it creates dirty and whatever he says. So for that, you all are the ministers and all the good persons are here, and what we are calling pandits, you scholars are here. Then what you are doing? You are taking lots of wages in your time, but in time to time you are taking lots of wages, but you are not you sort out this problem. So like that they started. So first they called so many mechanics, and they came, they took 19 barrel of snuff. Before putting that, they warned to the king, if we, no doubt we will put, but next time onwards no grains will come in your land. So for that they changed, and they started to bring million of brooms. So what they did, they brought the brooms to clean the dust. Instead of cleaning the dust, the whole kingdom filled with dust. For that reason, the king agreed. The king agreed, and they scolded like this conversation going on. So we will start from the stanza, the page number 24. Okay. So here the king remarks, now really sore, to clear the dust they have added more. So we will discuss these lines. What the king said here, actually I brought and I used these ideas to clean the dust, but instead of cleaning, the whole kingdom filled with dust. So to douse down the earth and settle the dirt, some 2 million watermen came. They drained all the lakes to fill water bags, and boats couldn't sail on the stream. The water beasts died and their elements dried, while land beasts struggled to swim. All business was stuck in the smile and the muck, and fever attacked every limb. So what we will discuss in these lines. So when they heard about this situation, they called the minister and the people, the scholar, they called million of watermen. What they will do? They will fill the water bags and they will put on the soil, that means the soil will soak all the water and it will not come, that means it will not affect anything to the environment. So, when they did like that, all the lakes water completed, that means finished, and the creature and the land water based, those who are there, they died, and the elements what are they inside the water, that also dried, and the animal, the land animal or the land beast who struggle to swim, they can't. Why? No water is not there. So, everything stopped, nothing happened, because water is the essential thing, but here water only not there. So, you can see the word meanings I wrote here. If you want to write, you can note down here, and in your word banks also there, but some words is not there, so that's why I wrote here. If you need, you can write. Now, the king said, this army of asses has turned all the dust to morasses. So they held more talk, and from every work, the wise men came to attend with rolling eyes and dazed surmise. They found of the dust no end. So when like this situation started, so king started scolding to all the people, those who are there to help the king. So everyone came from everywhere. What? With shock, what the king will say, that means the king said starting, if you will not set out this problem, then I will punish you. For that reason everyone are shocked. So they came and gathered in one place. What happened? In between, one man had a thought to lay out cloth or cover the land with mats, or day and night to set up tight the chamber where the king sat. If they kept him enclosed all the time, his feet couldn't land in the grime. Said the king, that's neat. What? In between, so when the situation is going on, in between one man came, told, if we will cover whole the land with the cloth, or if we will cover the palace or the land with mat, or what they will do, if we will keep the king in his palace and the room where he is staying, that room we will cover, each and every door we will cover, so the no dust will go to inside the palace, and the king's feet will remain clean. Okay, so that time king said, yeah, that's the right idea. Okay. So what said? It would guard my feet, no doubt. It would guard my feet, but how could I govern my realm? If I am shut in a room, then the land meets its doom. I must have my hand on the helm. Okay. So what he said, no doubt your idea is nice. Okay, but if I will stay inside the palace, inside the room, then how I will govern my people? Okay, if I will stay inside, the where is the how I will maintain the law and order of my kingdom? Okay, so I will not do this all. I have to come and I have to judge. So they spoke again, called the Leatherman to sew off the earth in a sack. That will make a great story to his majesty's glory and hold all the dust right back. So, when they heard like this, so that time they called to the leatherman. Okay, leather means that you know the meaning of leather. So what they did, they called the leatherman. For why? The leatherman will cover or the stitch the hearth in a sack. Okay, is it possible? See the situation here. How they are using his common sense. They have knowledge, but they are not using their knowledge, and they are using the knowledge in different way, which is impossible. So what that if they will do like this, that is the glory, that means that is the what we can say, everyone it is what we can call is a miracle, or we can keep the earth in a sack. Okay, so like this move situation started. Now, what this is? A simple device. If we can just find out a smart leatherman for such leatherware, they looked everywhere, abandoning all other chores. No, but no craftsman found, nor hides to go round, even after they knocked on all the doors. When they said, if we will find a simple device, I will call first the leatherman. Okay, for that reason, they moved each and every corner to find the leatherman. Okay, they found each and every place. That means they what they knew, but no one came. And even they knocked the door. Maybe anyone will come, but no hope. Clear? But just at this while, there rose with a smile the leatherman's grizzled old chief. My lords, please permit that I may submit a measure to bring you relief. The whole earth you need not insist, just cover your own 2 feet. What? When they searched each and everywhere, they not got anyone. So when they are coming, so sudden they saw the chief of the leatherman. That means the chief of the leatherware. Okay, so head, and what he looked like? He looked like that gray hair, that everything as an old man. Okay, so what the leatherman, the chief said. The chief asked the permission, the king, my lords, if you will give permission, I will say something. Okay, that king obviously will give permission, because he want to sort out this problem. The chief said, my lord, you not you if you will wear, if you will cover your feet with leather, there is no need to cover the whole land. Why you will cover the whole land? If I will cover your feet with the leather, they are not required to cover the whole land. So what? Here the words, just cover. Where it's so easy? We don't be busy. The king said, pursuing our mission, let him be impelled. The minister railed, or bind him and throw him in prison. What said? When what the king said, just took in a different way, not in serious. We are discussing more and more about this all. You just say it like that. Okay, so I think it's not good as that means he took as a joke. Okay, so that time the minister said, take him and keep in the prison, okay, and throw him in the prison. The minister, who is the minister here? Gubu. But when the minister wants to take to him to the prison, that time what the chief did? But the old man sat down at the foot of the throne, and and in leather the royal feet dressed. Why Gubu now says, this was in my head, but how could the blighter have guessed? And that is how shoes were invented, and the earth shaped and Gubu contented. That means when they said, take to him to the prison, that means that time the ship set at the bottom, that means near the throne, and gave two shoe to cover the feet of the king. You can see the picture also. Okay, you can see here that two shoes covered the king's feet, and told here, my dear or my lords, this will keep you safe, and the earth also will safe. If you will wear and if you will move, it will not keep that to your foot, and everyone will stay happy. Clear? So like this the shoe invented. Okay, from here the today's what we are wearing, that shoes, that all shoes started from in this poem. From here it started. Okay, and that's what happened. The earth shaped and Gubu contented, now happy, because no worry, nothing now. Clear? Each and every problem set out here. Okay, like this the story. It is a funny story. You can if you will read each and every stanza, you can understand the concept. Okay, so I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, each and every word meaning I wrote here. If you want, you can copy in your English to copy, and some new word meanings are there in your book, that also you can copy. I hope understood. Take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.